on games.
Right.
Meanwhile, we're joined by a man now who has his own golf company. And Harry wore a hat a couple weeks ago. And I said, that's a great hat, Harry. Where did you get that?
Yeah.
I said, what is that logo? It's Boston Scott. Not Boston Scott of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Or the
the
Eagles,
Philadelphia
yeah.
Eagles have a Flyer game. Of the Philadelphia Eagles who emerged last year as a young star. No, there's a guy whose son's name is Boston, and his name is Scott. He's Scott Hoffman with Boston Scott Golf. How about that? Steve Hoffman. And his son is Boston, and he's Steve. It's Boston Scott Golf. You got that right now, Harry?
Yes.
Not Scott Piercy, who is
He's their guy on tour, though.
Yeah.
He's currently in the top 10 today, Tony.
at the PGA Championship.
Yeah, 3
Scott,
under par.
Welcome to the show. Are you keeping an eye on Scott Piercy as he dons his Boston Scott gear at the PGA Championship at Harding Park?
Yeah, absolutely. He is. He's doing good. He holed out on 16 for an eagle and got everybody's attention.
Exactly right, including Harry.
That's right.
And Harry didn't even take it.
He looks sharp, man. I tell you, Steve, I really love the website, and I follow you guys on Instagram at Boston Scott Golf, and the apparel is tremendous. Tell us how this all got started with you and your son.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. We don't come from a golf family, and we went on this journey, my son and I, into the sport of golf, the etiquette, the lifestyle, and one thing that was lacking was fashion in junior golf. These little guys had nothing to wear. The same Under Armour shirt at every tournament. Every kid would be wearing the same color. And, as they grow a little bit older, they want some more personality. They want to go low on the golf course, and they want to be their own person. So my little guy came to me, and he said, Dad, you got to make this happen. We are not fashion designers. We are normal people that love the game of golf, and we just took it on as a challenge. And it's been growing over the last few years, and is really starting to catch some traction now. We got some PGA guys, some Korn Ferry guys, and a tremendous junior support.
Yeah, and you mentioned
their juniors are great.
Now, you mentioned the junior golfers. And, when kids start wearing stuff, that's where this all starts. NBA players wear headphones, and then people want to know where they are. So they see stuff, and they say, wow, that's a cool design.
Right.
That's what it's all about right now. And the design is awesome. So the kids are wearing it on the junior golf tour. And you mentioned PGA professionals. Now, is it hats? Tell us all of the different products that you guys are producing now.
Yeah, so we have 2 collections, a Looper collection, which is a little more solid colors. It's supposed to be a father-son or a caddy-player relationship. And our Lynx collection's a little bit louder, a little more patterns. We offer pants, shorts. We have some shoes in the works that are going to be out first of the year.
Awesome.
Hats, quarter zips, vests. We have a big fall line coming out with sweaters. Wide range of products coming out.
Yeah, I love the patterns, Tony, because mostly everything that all the other companies, everything's stripes.
Yeah.
It's all stripes or solids, right, Steve?
No, I'm actually wearing stripes right now. I got to change my shirt.
Me too. I was just saying the prints are really cool, and
that's all you can find. Yeah.
Your son wanted to look like Justin Thomas, right? That's where he kind of said, "Hey, I like the look of this guy's clothing. I want to look like this guy."
Yeah, we have a pretty incredible story about that. We were at the President's Cup at Liberty National, and my son is a big Justin Thomas fan. He was trying to run up to the tee box and get to meet Justin, or at least watch him tee off, and he ran into the back of a gentleman who kind of picked him up, dusted him off, and started talking to him. I said, I hope this guy doesn't run with my kid. I was a little uneasy about it. It turned out it was Mike Thomas, Justin Thomas's father. We developed a relationship with him, and then Boston started to work with him out in Kentucky. His influence, the Justin Thomas influence, just grew from there. So when the idea of making shirts came up, he's one of the best dressed guys on tour, always looking really sharp. Boston had a lot of his design influence in our first design, which was the floral, the Forget Me Not shirt. And it's kind of been our gateway into the industry.
Yeah, it's awesome. All the shirts are awesome. I haven't bought a golf shirt in a long time because I used to get them all the time, and most of them don't fit me anymore. And then, when I go out looking, I'm not looking for golf shirts because I don't play that much. But there are golf shirts that you don't have to wear on the golf course. They're so nice.
They feel so good. You just want to wear them all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a lot of technology in there that allows you to go from the clubhouse to the course to the bar. We understand a lot of people like wearing shirts untucked. We address that immediately. We don't want something that's going to come down to your knees or pinch you in the wrong areas. We're all about total comfort, and we try to fit 95% of all recreational golfers or people that enjoy dressing up.
Yeah, especially with the pants, because I don't want to get a groin pull like LeBron and not be able to finish 18 or 36 on those days when I could go 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Huh?
That's exactly right. Especially if you got to play 36.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I walk 36 and carry my own bag.
Exactly.
Steve Hoffman of Boston Scott. Now, Boston Scott of the Eagles, have you had any contact with him or the people at the Eagles? Say, wait a minute, Boston Scott, are they naming products after one of our players?
Yeah, so Boston Scott actually, last season he scored a couple touchdowns. We reached out to him and said, hey, it just so happens to be the same name. I didn't even know who you were until you scored a couple touchdowns, but you're a Philly Eagle. We love you. We're from Philly. That's how it works, bottom line. And he didn't reach out to us until this year, and he said, I just saw this in my inbox. I would love to be a part of this however I can. And we got Boston and Boston on the phone, Little Boston and Boston Scott. Turns out he is an incredible guy, a big heart, and we are starting a fitness line coming up that's going to run parallel and get into some of these other sports, and he is one of the co-founders.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Talk about
you heard it first, right here.
This is breaking news.
That's right.
Breaking golf. Now, what about golf? Golf balls are a huge business now. We're talking to Jeremy Roenick, and there's a ball called Clear.
Clear, yeah.
And then there's the Chrome Soft. And I mean, I've never seen as many golf ball lines as there are right now. It's insane.
Yeah, Clear. We actually just started playing some of those Clear balls. I don't know.
Are they worth it?
When you're not,
they're expensive.
you could give me a range ball and I'm going to shoot the same score. So maybe you have to ask Boston.
Yeah, there you go.
He'll tell you how soft it is.
I buy the range ball X outs when I haven't played in a long time. You know what I mean? Huh? you can't get any cheaper balls than that.
Now I know you.
Boston says, "Dad, spin it back to the hole," and I said, "I'm going to land it 20 yards short and play it safe. I'm going to let this one roll up."
There you go. Bounce it in there. Now, I know you've got in a relationship with the First Tee as well, too. Tell us about that, because I know you've been running some specials on Instagram.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, this journey with my son was not easy. You know, I walked with him on the golf course. I learned a lot. We gave back a lot. We've earned a lot for different organizations. And when meeting up with the guys at the First Tee, it just came natural to, want to be a part of it and give what we can. So we donated 120 shirts a day after we spoke, just as a gesture to break the ice and let them know that we're here for whatever they need. And as we can implement, discounts and giveaways with them, we're going to do so and see how we can build that relationship. But what a great group, a great organization, especially the First Tee out of Philadelphia. They're doing a tremendous job.
Now, for a lot of people that don't know what the First Tee organization is, obviously it's a great charitable foundation, and we're hearing more and more about it. I think one of the recent tournaments was all about the First Tee, right?
Right.
A couple of weeks ago.
It helps get people involved in golf that otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to be exposed to the game. And it's really more about, it's not even so much about golf as they teach life lessons is really what they do.
Yeah, there's a lot you can learn on the course. It's amazing. I mean, my son and I have worked out many differences on the course. And it's a great place, away from the hustle and bustle of life. You can implement some course management, nature, just being able to breathe and some good life values out there. So I think it's incredible what they do.
Talking with the great Scott Hoffman, the Boston Scott.
Steve.
Why do I keep saying Scott Hoffman?
Because you have it in your brain. You're seeing it up on the screen, the fantastic Boston Scott golf.
I know. I'm not 100% today. I apologize.
So Boston, Steve, and Scott is a pretty common name in our circle, so I go by all three.
There you go. How'd you get involved with Scott Piercy on the tour?
So Scott Piercy, we had a couple mutual friends, and he went through some issues on social media that kind of that could have been a career-changing event, and he handled it very appropriately. And somebody said you should reach out and see what he thinks of your gear. He's at a time in his career where, he wants to find a company he can ride into the sunset with. It would last however many years on the PGA Tour if he continues to the Champions Tour. He just, he wants to feel good, play good, and just be doing his thing. So I reached out over COVID, and it's actually pretty funny. We spoke for quite a while about anything but golf. He didn't want anything to do with golf because of everything being fresh after the Players Championship when that got cut short. And we got to know families. He met Boston. Boston had a birthday over COVID. He sent Boston a birthday message and had some other professional golfers reach out. And we just saw the type of person he was, and it evolved into this relationship that ended up him wearing our clothing. And I think that's how it has to happen. Everything in this business so far has been a nice organic transition, and Scott was no different.
Well, Scott, it's great stuff. Steve.
Gosh, again?
This is like the Marty Schottenheimer.
Yes.
Shanahan. Mike Shanahan thing.
Yep, exactly.
Now, I just have I'm not 100%. I apologize. I'm trying my best to keep my head on straight today. No, I'm not even on drugs, although I should be. Maybe I should start
Maybe
drinking.
that's the problem.
I need some vodka.
Maybe that'll straighten it out.
I agree.
Jeez.
Where's the cart girl?
Yeah, where is the cart girl, Harry? But do we have a...
Yeah, so we were going to wait a couple more minutes for this, but Steve Hoffman and Boston Scott, yes, that's correct. They gave both of you, Harry and Tony, a couple gifts here, so we're going to open them up now.
Oh, we got a box?
In front of Steve. We're going to find out what's in the box.
We
So
love
here we
the
go.
What's in the Box segments on this show.
Now, are these boxes been pre-opened, or are we going to have to take the...
They
You have
have
a
not
knife
been
over there?
pre-opened,
Not been pre-opened.
unfortunately.
Oh,
That's going to
boy.
be part of the dramatic, possibly
You got a
slow
knife back
effect.
there? I need my switchblade. My Swiss Army.
They give you guys knives on live?
Yeah, we got. I'm not allowed.
Live feed?
No, there's no sharp objects allowed anywhere near me, Steve.
Especially right now, apparently.
Yes. Now the one is like a crest. The one that has the BS, the interlocking golf clubs that has B on one side, S on the other side. I love that logo.
So the two logos, I'll give you the tail of the two logos real quick. So the crest logo is kind of an alternate logo we use on the side of the hats and to accent some pieces we have. And the BS was actually created by my son Boston when he was learning how to write cursive. He engraved it into the table, a variation of it. We cleaned it up and used something very similar, and it really caught on. People love it.
Wow, beautiful. Now I'm loving the shirt. Now this is the one with the flowers. So you call this one what now again?
That's the Forget-Me-Not, right?
Forget-Me-Not.
Forget-Me-Not.
Which, by the way, is Tony's favorite color, blue.
I love it.
That's beautiful.
It's a little purple and blue in there.
Here we got belts in here. We got a hat.
Now, do you have any of those chrome belts that I saw? Bryce Harper's playing with like a chrome belt.
Yes.
We have no idea what that's about.
I don't know if we're getting into the chrome belt market. But
Not yet.
I needed a new
it sounds
belt.
heavy.
That's sweet.
Beautiful, man.
There we go.
Absolutely gorgeous stuff.
That material
It's
looks
a nice
like
color.
butter.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like butter.
You never want to
It's
take
like
this
butter.
stuff off, man. I'm telling you.
You can sleep in that before you're round.
You're going to want your whole closet filled with this stuff. You want to be...
It has one of our first reviews on the website was I slept in your shirt unwashed and wore it the next day. So it's funny you said that.
I've done
you
That was
go.
one of our first.
Yeah, I've done that where I've just fallen asleep in my clothes, and the next day I wake
That's
up, I'm
fine.
still feeling fresh.
I may wear this the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
Steve,
there
I
you
I have a bone to pick with you, though, that
Yeah.
you don't
Here we
have
go.
any women's clothing yet.
What?
So women's clothing is on the way. It's going to be released in the fall.
Okay.
It is very hard to fit 95% of men, and men are easy.
Yeah.
We are diving into a variation of fits, and we're hoping that it's well received. I didn't know how to make men's clothes before this. You have to understand.
Yeah.
I just learned how to make men's clothes one step at a time.
Well,
But you're doing such a good job with the way everything feels. Women are going to be all over that.
I know we have a few ambassadors on the LPGA tour right now, but we're just making stuff custom, testing it out, and making sure we have all our bases covered before we jump into the market. That's a whole nother market that gets very deep into fashion.
I hear you. I know. Women are a pain in the ass.
We'll get you some gear.
Well, that's the thing. Like you said, you're not a clothing designer, so you come up with the idea, and you're like, let's make this happen. How do you take it from the idea to actually producing clothing, getting clothing design, and actually getting it produced?
So about 20,000 Google searches.
Mm-hmm.
And I come from a mechanical engineering background, and we just took a logical approach to building this shirt. What fits, what doesn't, cut this, make this bigger, test, over 200 samples until we adapted, every piece of the shirt that we knew was a common known issue with the industry, and then put it into production. And it was just trial and error. And throughout that, now we can tell you every little square inch of that shirt, how it performs and why it performs that way. So we learned a lot along the journey, And now we can get into things as women's clothes, we know what we're doing now. So
There you go.
Beautiful.
I love that logo, too. You
Yeah,
know,
I said.
when you see that now, you're going to know, hey, that's that
Exactly.
Boston.
Yep.
It's very, identifiable.
yeah, the logo's resonated well.
Beautiful, man.
It's been pretty good.
Beautiful.
Now, do you still have the piece of furniture that your son Boston carved the logo into, the initial version?
Unfortunately, it's my kitchen table.
It is at your kitchen table?
Restoration hardware
Yes.
wood table. It's really, really soft
Yeah.
wood, and it
And really
Right through
cheap,
the
too,
paper.
from Restoration
Yeah.
Hardware. Yeah.
Well, it's not that cheap, Eric.
No, I know.
That's
That's a total
facetious.
joke.
Oh, okay.
That stuff's
Oh,
expensive.
Last
man.
time I was in one in Santa Monica on the 3rd Street Promenade, I was helped looting that place. It was
Yeah.
good. I got a couple
Yeah.
of chairs. I couldn't get the table. They were too heavy out of there.
I'm
Eric.
telling you,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
quality
Hey,
stuff.
we bought it at the outlet store.
There
But
you
still.
go.
Man. Well, this is gorgeous stuff, man. We love product. We love quality product, too.
Exactly.
And the fact that people like it. You got to like the stuff. It has to look good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to like the way you look with this. I guarantee it. Unlike the other guy who used to say that, who can't guarantee that anymore.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Exactly
Okay?
right, Eric.
That's what it's about.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, look good, feel good, casual, great golf. That's another good story. We were playing an outing, and I invited a pro. And, I was going to come with an ace if I was going to win this outing. Mm-hmm. And I brought the pro. He shot 4 bogeys, and I was 4 under it going into the 5th hole. Couple beers, and he said, "Man, what is this all about?" I said, "It's just casual, great golf, my friend." So then every time I play with him, he goes, "You gonna play around at that casual, great golf again?" I never went 4 under in 4 holes again, but that's how that kind of became our slogan, and people really took to the nice laid back feel of, if you don't have to worry about your shirt, let us take care of that, the fit and the feel. You just go out and play with your buddies.
Well, Scott, great stuff, man. Really appreciate it. People love golf on the show. Harry Mays is Mr. Golf. He got to play Pine Valley today.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that.
That was
Well, and their
Big
their
day.
fabric is not only wrinkle-free, moisture-wicking, but it's UPF protection and antimicrobial. It's got everything.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So you'll be protected from the sun, and you won't stink,
exactly.
and you won't grow anything on your shirt.
And you also have a
That'd be good.
podcast, too, right?
We don't. I've just been featured on a bunch.
Oh, okay. So I see this Enjoy the
Yeah.
Walk. Episode 59 of the Enjoy the Walk podcast is about you and the company, right?
Yeah, great guys. We linked up with them at the PGA show in Orlando. Enjoy the walk, leave the pin in. We've done a few podcasts, just really trying to get out the word of junior golf in the beginning.
Isn't there,
but
is
it's
there a
pretty big
Get in
thing.
the Hole podcast
Well,
yet?
he's got to get on my pod. I got
Yeah.
to get him on my
Yeah,
podcast.
what did you say? You
Swing it and ding it.
Swing it and ding it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Swing it
walk.
and ding it.
You're the man.
No laying up.
No laying up.
Yeah.
What's this? Some of the other ones.
There's the ton.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Is there a Baba Booey golf podcast?
Light the candle.
Like
Get in the hole. Yeah,
there has to be a Get in the Hole podcast.
I'm sure there is.
Right? You would think.
I've never been on it.
Sorry, guys. If I keep looking left, I'm following Scott on the television.
I know,
right
we're
next to
doing
me.
the same thing here. We got all of our TVs going in our studio down here in South Philadelphia. Steve Hoffman, we really appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much. Great stuff. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Let's give him a roaring round of applause.
Absolutely.
You got to go on Harry's golf podcast.
Got some. I'm going to have that.
I think
I'll
you can hook
work
him
that
up
out.
now.
Yeah.
Well, we are excited to be part of what you are putting together, and glad to have you be part of the Tony Bruno Show team. And let's go to who is it that's playing again?
Scott Piercy.
Scott Piercy.
Piercy.
Scott
right?
Scott Piercy.
Top 10 right now.
Beautiful, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been an awesome ride so far, and there's plenty more to come. We have a couple big guys that we're looking to bring on the team, making some moves this year, and it's gonna be an exciting year. It's been crazy times, but a lot has really come together, and people are coming together, and the game of golf has brought everyone together. It's pretty amazing.
Awesome
the
stuff.
first place to open during this crazy times.
Not Steve Piercy from Rat. 700.
Don't get started with that.
Not Stephen Piercy from Rat. He's singing in people's basements
Right,
right,
round
now.
and round.
Round
Yes,
and
yes.
round.
Now,
I was just in a commercial.
Yes.
I know.
there are tons of people that want to put in an order. So if you would like to order some of this fantastic stuff for yourself, just go to bostonscottgolf.com, and you will be able to see all the different selections there. and order them for yourself.
Exactly right. My podcast will be called Trunk Slammers. That's one
there
of my
you go.
favorite. Trunk Slammers.
That's a good one.
That's a Friday afternoon special.
Absolutely. You head to
slam
the bar
trunk.
after you just missed the cut. Yeah.
I'm tuning in.
There you go.
Trunk Slammers.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
Take care,
Hope
man.
everything fits you guys, and we'll keep you guys dressed nice on the course and off the course.
I'll be wearing it this weekend.
Beautiful, man.
So you played Pine Valley.
Yes.
How was that?
It's the most unbelievable experience I've ever had in the game.
Was it better than sex, Harry? That's the question that people always ask.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard you say yes to that question.
Yes, it was.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Have you met the Aligo guys?
Yes, I have. I know all those guys.
Yeah, I just signed up for a membership yesterday, so
Did
I'll
you?
be able to get out and play Pine Valley. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jamie's a member over there. I'm sure you met him. Jamie
We'll have
Slonis.
to we'll have to get out and play around somewhere. We'll pick from the list and go try to get out of our own way.
Well,
on the
you know,
golf
I
course.
can get anybody on all the great tracks with all of my connections around the country. You guys keep it local. I can bring you national golf.
Exactly.
Love. You know what I'm saying?
Take it on the road, man.
Exactly right. Beautiful.
That's awesome. What'd you shoot? That's the question.
I broke 100, so that was my goal, and I did it.
Oh, that's a victory.
Yeah,
That's definitely a
it was
victory.
unbelievable.
I broke 100 on the front nine at Pebble Beach a few years
Did
back
you?
when I played. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to play with a caddy, too. Did you
Right.
have to play
Yeah,
with a caddy?
of course,
You got to play
Yeah.
with a caddy.
You know,
on
I
this
wouldn't have
great
known where to hit the ball, half the holes without a caddy.
Exactly. Hey,
I know. I love having a caddy. I mean, you better bring your wallet or your checkbook or your Venmo, but
Yeah, it's
caddies
worth
are
it.
definitely fun to play with. It makes it enjoyable.
It's worth it.
Exactly. Hey, good stuff, man. Thank you again, Steve. We appreciate it. Stephen Hoffman from Boston
Yeah.
Scott Golf. As we
No problem.
roll on a Thursday afternoon watching hockey,